I'm Zack Boothe, and I am so confident in what I teach my students that I've flown from Utah to Florida so I don't have my normal connections. I'm going to take $1,000 and turn it into $40,000 in 40 days, doing exactly what I teach my students. I'm going to have a film crew follow me around, and I'm going to show you guys and give you an over-the-shoulder look at exactly what it takes to get started from scratch in real estate investing with just $1,000 and make a ton of money in just a short amount of time. I hope you guys enjoy this journey and follow along. Hey everyone, good morning. It is day 10 of the 40 Grand 40 Day Challenge. Super excited to have you follow along with us today. I've got Miguel with me today. He's from the Miami market. So I made a post on social media, come out and follow me for the day, and he's been following me on social media for a minute, so he wanted to come follow along and see how it's going to go. So we have a full day. Excited to have you guys come along. We've got a couple appointments, we've got a podcast, of course we've got to help students, a bunch of cold calling this evening, a bunch of driving, so I can just cold call all day Saturday, all day Sunday, so I have enough numbers to call. But thanks for being here, Miguel. Excited to have you, man.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be
Looking
great.
forward to it.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy day 10. Let's go do it. It's hard on your own, huh? You got to stay active and proactive to produce new leads, and you got to follow up on your other leads that ask you to call them back, and I missed this one last night. So hopefully, sounds like I'm competing with another investor on this one. We'll see.
Please leave your message for 2.
Yeah, this is Zack Boothe. I called you the other night out of the blue about your property on Windhorst Road. You said that you were consider selling it and may have even had an offer from another investor. Anyways, I'd love to make you another offer and see if we can figure out something that works for you and maybe put even a little more money in your pocket. Feel free to call me back. My cell phone number is 801-710-1909. But hope to hear from you. You can also shoot me a text. Look forward to talking to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Have you been sending us texts?
We may have. We're just looking to buy a property in the area. Are you not wanting to sell?
Well, actually, we are, but we aren't looking to give it away. So,
well, I definitely don't want it for. I definitely don't want it for free. I would love to buy a property that we could buy for a price that's fair, of course, and then add some value to it and see if we can make a profit, of course. Are you wanting to fix it up and sell it full retail, or would you kind of like to sell it as is at the current value?
No, it needs to go the way it is.
Yeah, but...
Well, I don't know. How do you handle that? The reason why it's still sitting like it is because my husband is older, and we've been isolated for over a year, and we just don't feel comfortable getting there and dealing with things we need to deal with.
Yeah.
So having someone come to the house even makes it worse, but obviously you would need to see it.
Well, what we could do in this situation, because if you guys are uncomfortable exposing yourselves to the coronavirus or anything like that, what I've done in the past is I can pick up a key. Is the property vacant?
Yes.
So what I could do is I could pick up a key, I could go there, take pictures, video, and send it to you, and then we could get on a Zoom call. I could just email you a link, you click on the link, and we get to talk face-to-face on the computer, or we can stay 6 feet apart. I could stay outside of your house, and you guys could stay in your front door, and I could, you could even put a lawn chair out, and we could talk and at a safe distance. Thank you so much, and looking forward to speaking with you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Yes! There we go. I didn't get any of those yesterday. Yesterday was freaking frustrating. I mean, I only got a couple hours on the dialer, but that is exactly what we're looking for, guys. She's obviously been getting texts from other people. She's been getting postcards from other people. And, I don't want to be like, no, those are definitely not us, because if I said that, she'd have multiple people giving her offers. I want to be the only guy talking to her, right? So that is exactly what we're looking for. It's sitting completely vacant for over a year, it sounds like. because they've been too fearful to leave their house because of the coronavirus, which is so sad. But I feel for them. They're elderly. They're probably the types of people that should be very cautious and careful. So I'm going to definitely have to do this deal and this appointment with a lot of tact and a lot of respect to give them that safe space. And I love that it's vacant. Vacant houses, if I can get it under contract, I can have those bad boys done in like 7 days. So for the challenge, like for you guys to be able to see the process A through Z is huge, right? So good stuff. I'm really excited. We're going to push this one through. I'm going to follow up with this one this afternoon after our appointments. We are going to make this one happen. I'm trying to find the owner of the property at 303 Palm Avenue.
No, I don't know. Aquí no es pequeño.
Yo hablo español. Estamos tratando de buscar el dueño de la propiedad 303 Palm Avenue, Sumner, Florida. ¿Eres tú?
No. Yo soy mexicano y aquí no es eso.
Ah, no, ¿y conoces al dueño o no?
No conozco a nadie.
No?
He doesn't know who the owner is, right?
Okay. Tell him thank you. We'll call him.
Muchas gracias. Buen día.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Te
bye.
equivoco de número, gracias a usted.
Okay, gracias. Bye.
Dude, I got the right person with me today. So here, let's do some training, okay? How do you say, are you the owner of the house?
The simplest way, eres el dueño.
Eres el dueño?
Dueño is owner.
Yep. Hello, this is Zack. I may have the wrong, oops, never mind. Eres el dueño de, right?
De
La propiedad.
propiedad, and then you say the address.
Okay,
No, whatever. Are you the owner of the property at? Yeah.
okay.
Eres el dueño
Eres el dueño de
de
propiedad.
la propiedad.
Okay. What do you think? How's my Spanish? Huh? Getting it. Okay, awesome. And we are off to our appointments. I got to do a podcast. So I'm going to make my cameraman, or Miguel actually, maybe drive for me so I can do the podcast. We're going to get 2 contracts right now. It's going to happen. Let's go. Well, I know I called you guys out of the blue, and I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. But I was just driving through the neighborhood. I was 2 days ago actually, and noticed the property and figured I'd just reach out and see if you guys would like to sell it, and see if you'd be willing to talk to me about that. Yeah, but I'm not too terribly far. I have open time now if you guys want to speak.
Well, my husband, I talked about this with him.
Yeah.
He would go and open the door and let you in.
Okay.
And stay outside while you look.
Okay.
And you'd have to promise that you wear a mask anytime that you're even remotely anywhere in the area, and he has to keep his mask on for safety reasons.
Yeah.
I have to work where I would come supervise him, but
Okay.
I can't leave.
Yep, I'll head there now.
Okay.
Alrighty. Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon. I told you, man. Told you that's a lead. Like, I cold called them this morning. That house has been vacant for like a year and a half, at least a year and a half. Or they've haven't even been over to the house in like a year and a half because they've been afraid of COVID. And it's like, and it's super cool that I've got Miguel here with me because he gets a back seat, and I guess you guys kind of do too, of like start to finish in a couple days. Most people think it takes decades to become a very successful real estate investor, and that's because they don't know what it takes to become a real estate investor. It does not take decades. It takes a few days of massive effort, right? You can have just crazy, crazy amounts of effort. I have been told that Tampa is too competitive. I have been told that Southern California is too competitive. And it's like, you can roll up into any location and do this exact same thing and have a ton of success. So I honestly don't know what this property is worth. It's probably worth like $250 fixed up. My break even then would probably be close to 190. I don't know how much updating it needs, but like, I'm close. Well, I think that I'm going to make about $15,000 on that deal. Quite certain I'll sign it this weekend, but not bad for a couple hours of work in one day. Put it all together in one day. Yeah, it's in really good shape. I was actually really surprised. Like, the bathrooms are pretty much remodeled. Like, I think all you'd have to do, I don't even think you need to paint it. I think new countertops, keep the cabinets, some carpet, probably some new windows just to make it pop, and like clean up the yard. But I think you could list it for $230 at that point. So maybe, you need to update the electrical box and the AC. So you'd probably be into it $10,000. It would list for $230. We had come to a tentative agreement at $185, but I'm going to try and get it for $180 because they said that the agent said they could list it at $190. But I'm gonna be like, well, listen, if you just listed it with an agent, you're gonna have all that hassle and you're only gonna get $180. I can have it done now and you're not gonna have any of the hassle. You know, I could do $180. That's still kind of high. If I can do that, I think my break-even number is $200,000, or close to it. So I really do. I really think my break-even's up there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try and get this contract this weekend. I'm not sure what I could sell it for, but I think it's close. Hey everyone, so we just pulled some comps on that property we went and looked at today that I cold called this morning, went and looked at. I'm pretty sure I'll get the contract tomorrow. I did find comps where it actually sold for $252,000. You know, it's going to take a little bit more of a remodel than what it's currently got, but you know, this definitely, I think, is a deal. I'm hoping to get them at 280. I would love to get them even lower, but I think I could just squeeze a $10,000 assignment out of it. It would be a quick one, you know, within 2 weeks. I mean, I could have this thing wrapped up fast. So it was a good day. You know, it was kind of cool for Miguel. He got to see a lot. You know, he got to participate in 2 appointments, and see me generating the lead from the 1 appointment. See how excited I got off the appointment. And it was kind of funny because I was like pumping my fist, super excited, and Miguel's like, "What did you say?" You said something like, "So you're really that confident, that excited about that lead?" And you know, and the reason I was so excited and the reason I knew it was a deal is I asked the most important question. This is the same question I would ask a friend, a relative that would call me and ask me to buy their house. Is like, "Hey brother, like, why don't you fix it up and sell it? You might actually get a little bit better number." And I sincerely mean that. Like, why don't you just deal with the hassles that I would deal with to make money? And if they're like, "No, I don't want that. Like, I just want to be done with it. I want to work with an investor." It's like, that means we found the right person, right? I'm not an agent. I don't want to work with people that want the traditional route. And so as soon as I hear those words, I know that it's an opportunity. You know, I'm not trying to deceive or take advantage of a single person. I'm trying to find someone that, you know, what I do is in their best interest, and vice versa, right? I want it to be a win for both of us. It's like being upset that Jeff Bezos makes a ton of money off of Amazon, yet you love the services that Amazon provides. It's like, well, why are you going to be mad? It's a win-win, right? So it was a good day. What are some of the big takeaways you got from today?
So, first of all, thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Loved it. It was awesome. Thank you very much.
For sure.
I actually got 3 takeaways. One is simplicity, right? What I mean by that is just being, you know, just notice how you keep things simple even after millions of dollars that you've made with this process, you seem to come back to the fundamentals of just driving for dollars, just calling, just comping, like the fundamentals.
I got to keep it simple for me.
But seeing it firsthand is awesome to see, because I think a lot of people tend to think, oh well, he's done millions of dollars, so he's got to have this massive system in place where it's just so complicated and
over my head ability kind of thing. Yeah.
But no, it's keeping it simple. The second thing I notice is being able to, like I noticed you did this a couple times, is being able to pivot when you need to, right? And what I mean by that is like little things, right? Like at one point we were driving for dollars, and then you either made the call or the call came in.
For this? I followed up. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably follow up, because she said she was going to call me back. And I was like, I haven't heard from her. It was the afternoon. She said he was sleeping. So I was like, well, I'll call him in the afternoon if I don't hear. So I knew that I needed to follow up. It was a hot lead sitting there.
Right. But even then, when the call, when you talk to the prospect, you were able to pivot and get away from the drive for dollars that you were doing at the moment and focus on that, right? Like pivot your attention to that. Mm-hmm. So I noticed that was very cool, because things happen throughout the day, and you gotta be able to adjust and pivot and kind of And then the other thing that I noticed that was cool was just going with the flow. Even just driving for dollars. You go in a neighborhood and we kind of go, and then it's like, no, let's, at some point you said, this isn't a real good neighborhood.
Too high end of houses.
Too high end, or whatever the case is, and just being able to go with the flow and not get like caught up with, oh, this, or force something that's not there. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And then the other, actually, there's a fourth.
That's all right. Just keep throwing them.
There's a bonus takeaway. With this prospect, for this property, how quickly you were able to, because just this morning you talked to the prospect for the very first time.
Yeah, first time.
So in a matter
I was hoping to get the contract today, but it's probably going to be tomorrow. Dang it.
But, in a matter of hours, while Zack was doing everything, he was able to kind of develop rapport, trust, meet them, talk with them, and go through the whole process in a matter of like, a lot of people think, oh, this is going to take like weeks.
I added that property yesterday. I confirmed it. We added that hot property yesterday, called him this morning, met him this afternoon. We'll get the contract tomorrow. Yeah, and I did one follow-up call in the afternoon, right? If I wouldn't have stayed consistent, right, and waited for her to call me, where would we be, right?
Yeah, so. But just in a matter of hours from yesterday to I mean, almost or practically having a closed, not a closed, but a contract in place.
The sexiest part about this one is it's completely vacant. I don't have to deal with tenants, anything. I'm going to be able to put a lockbox on the door and a key and send an email to my cash buyers list. And I'll in there I'll say there's a lockbox. Text me if you want the code, right? And then I'll say I need all offers, highest and best by X date. I'll give them like 3 days to go and inspect the property. I expect to get 15, 20 offers, and I'm going to take highest and best, and I'll assign it and be done. I mean, this thing will really take me just a couple hours to make 10 grand ish.
Yeah, so it was really cool to see pretty much the whole process unfold, you got firsthand experience.
Yeah, you were here on a good day. You got to see the whole thing happen, which was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thanks again for having me. This was awesome, and anyone who can do this, if you're in the Florida area or whatever, I mean, by all means, I mean, this is like.
I think if you're anywhere in the country, this can be done, right? I flew from Utah to Florida just to show it doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter how much you know about the area. you guys can do this. That's why I'm here. And the sunshine, you know, I mean, that helps. But like, don't think you have to do it in Florida or you have to do it in Utah. Don't think there's something special about Florida. That's why I chose Florida. It's truly for the sunshine, right? And it's cheaper flights to Brazil for my wife. Like, that's really why we chose this place. So, you know, it can be done in your backyard.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Well, thanks. Thanks
Thanks
for being
again.
here.
All right.
Cool.